Hi, I'm Zac Burden, Missouri Hall Director here at Truman State University. It's mid-June and we've got about a month to go. We've been working all year on the renovation of the building. Today I'd like to take you through as we walk through the different parts of Missouri Hall, see what's been added, see what's been made better. We'll spend some great time looking at the building that's soon going to be your home, here inside the Missouri Hall renovation.
Missouri Hall was designed by the firm of Pierce & Pierce in the spring of 1964. The building's seven-wing design was a radical break from the university's standard U-shaped residence halls. Missouri Hall would open in the fall of 1965 as an all-male facility, but not before some construction difficulties. It became apparent in the summer of 1965 that the building wouldn't finish on time. Plans were made to only focus on the north side, while residents on the south end were placed at other on-campus locations and in local hotels. They didn't move into the building until several months later. Fortunately, our project's on track, so we shouldn't have any problems such as those.
Here we are in the new front lobby to the building. There was a huge expansion placed on the front of Missouri Hall. The new lobby, in essence, goes around the old lobby. The old lobby area has been converted into the new multi-purpose room, a new hall desk, and also a private dining room. But this expansive new lobby, then, will be a great entrance into the building. You also have this impressive view that looks out over the historic Truman State University quad. So really a fine addition to the front of the building. All right, give us a couple weeks on this space and you'll be looking at the brand new Missouri Hall desk. Our old desk was very small. We didn't have a lot of room for many services, mainly just mail and the rental of a couple pieces of equipment. This new space will have a large desk area that wraps around right through this area. And then this metal structure back here that you see, this will be walled in as a storage space, which will allow us to increase the services that we offer. In addition to mail and just checking out vacuums, we'll be able to offer supplies such as kitchen utensils, new games, and also movies that will be available for checkout. So the hall desk is going to be a really great service for students at Missouri Hall. It might not look like much right now, but we're standing in the Missouri Hall dining room here at the Missouri cafeteria. This dining room is the second largest on campus, and after the renovation, it's going to look wonderful. We're doing a lot of improvements to make sure that the acoustics are better, to increase seating capacity, and to make sure that the place has an adequate electrical capacity to handle all the new food needs presented by our food services company. Really should be a great place for any meal any day of the week. All right, here we are. This is the entrance to the Missouri Hall Administrative Wing, and this is the same wing that we had prior to the renovation, but it's a little different, so come on in. I want to show you a couple things. First thing you'll notice when you walk in is the space over here on your left. This is the new reception area to the Missouri Hall office. Folks will come here, they'll be greeted by a student worker, and with that student worker, you'll be able to schedule an appointment with your academic advisor, set up a time to meet with the hall director, or to get in touch with the student advisor for any issues that you might be having. Then this entire wing is set up for offices. At the end of the hallway, we have the residence life offices, and here in the front, offices for the residential college program. Hopefully this will be a really great service for students, a really one-stop shop for everything they need here at Missouri Hall. All right, we're just about to go into one of the house lounges. Missouri Hall is broken up into 10 houses. There are 3 wings on each floor, and those come together to a central lounge, really acts as the living room for each of those houses. Now the old lounges were wonderful spaces. They were very long, they're kind of narrow, but very long rooms. Lots of folks would congregate to work on studies, to sit together and watch a movie, just hang out as friends. But they got to be a little crowded, and when it came to the renovation, we were asked, what is the single most distinctive feature of the building? It was definitely the lounges. So we looked at different ways that we could improve them. Our goal is, of course, through the entire renovation to increase amenities and also to make sure that we were meeting the academic needs of students. And I think you'll find that this lounge definitely does that. So if you follow me, we'll come on in. And here you can start to see just how large the lounges have gotten. The original portion was just this vertical area right through here. But over here you can take a look at an area that we added to the renovation. This room here originally was a student room that was part of our crossover connecting wing that unites the two sides of the building. This room was taken offline, this wall was taken down, and now this is going to serve as the television area. Along this wall we'll have a mounted flat screen television with wonderful sound, and have a set of couches and chairs surrounding this area as sort of a television area. The main part of the room here then, we'll have a series of tables set up. It'll be great for playing games, hanging out with some friends, just sharing an experience. But we also wanted to make sure, like I mentioned, to increase the academic success of the building as well. And that's where this little strange room comes in. Follow me in on this one. This was also a student room prior to the renovation. We took it offline, we've added this rounded, glassed-in space here. This is now the study lounge for the building, actually for just this floor. There's 10 of these located throughout the entire building. Really quite wonderful. Some are in different shapes, some are in different locations, but we wanted to make sure that folks had ample space throughout the building to really focus on their studies. This room's going to feature a large table in this area where folks will be able to work on projects, do group work as well. Then back here in this corner, this is actually a nook where folks can bring their laptops in. There'll be an internet connection for folks to plug into, a nice quiet place to work with their laptop as well. So we're meeting those needs. We're making sure that the amenities are increased, making sure that the place looks wonderful, and also making sure that Missouri Hall residents have a place to study. Here we are in a standard Missouri Hall two-person room. The rooms had a wonderful upgrade. Not a lot of it you're going to notice. A lot of it's actually happened behind the walls, but there are a couple things we can point out. First off, new carpeting went in throughout the entire building, and that includes the rooms. Really is very sharp looking. It's going to look really great, especially once they get it cleaned up here after the renovation's completed. There's also a total electrical upgrade to the rooms. Instead of having just 2 sets of outlets, there are now 3 sets of outlets in each room, and each one of those is on a separate circuit. Really should keep us from having to flip so many breakers. Probably the biggest thing you're going to notice is right down here, the air conditioning unit. We can get this open here. It's a pretty standard unit, something you might see in a motel room. In fact, these are designed to heat and cool large motel suites, so it should definitely keep your room very comfortable. All the controls are up for you, fully adjustable. It's really going to make it quite comfortable here in your room. Here we are in what used to be a Missouri Hall 3-person room. Thanks to the renovation, it's now actually what we call a deluxe double. It's a 2-person room, has the furniture for a 2-person room, but it's in a much larger space. So for a little bit more on a premium price, you get a really premium room. While we're here, I want to point out a little bit with the furniture that we have in Missouri Hall. It's the same kind of furniture we had prior to the renovation. We're really glad to still have it. This bed that you see here, right now it's in a lofted setup. It's a lot safer than having to do a homemade loft. And it's really wonderful. The desks fit underneath it if you need them to. You can also take this unit and go ahead and bring it down to the ground level as a regular bed, or you can take the second bed in the room and create bunk beds. Very versatile furniture. There are a lot of options that go with it. It's real handy. Underneath the desks over here, you'll see this drawer unit. This unit right here, lots of room for all of your school supplies. There's a large drawer at the bottom. Also, it's separate from the desk, so you're welcome to move it around as you would like. And the last thing that's pretty unique are the Missouri Hall wardrobes. Community-style restroom building, so there are closets between the rooms, but what we have instead are these very large wardrobes. You can see there's ample room in here to hang clothes, 2 bars, adjustable shelves, and even down at the bottom, you've got another set of drawers. Really very convenient for all of your storage needs. Of course, every room does come with a dresser. Some are 3 drawers, some are 4, just depends on your luck with the draw. Lots of storage space in Missouri Hall room is going to be a great place to live. Of course, some of the concerns that Missouri Hall residents always have each year is living with a community-style restroom. We've got wonderful new renovated facilities and we want to try to point some of that out to you. The lighting isn't active right now, so it's kind of hard to pick up with our camera crew today, but did want to point a couple things out. First, right over here, we've got our new sink bay. We have 19 students in the wing who will be sharing this bathroom, so 2 sinks, plenty adequate, works out very well. Back over here, we'll have areas for 2 toilets. Once again, 2 being completely sufficient for the needs of the hall. Most folks will tell you they never waited in line to use the restroom here in Missouri Hall. Then lastly, we only used to have 2 showers prior to the renovation, but we've actually taken some room and we've added a 3rd shower to almost every bathroom at Missouri Hall. Each of those showers is going to feature not only a shower curtain, but also another curtain, so there's a private changing room with each shower. Our bathrooms are cleaned every day by our professional housekeepers, so you've got a wonderfully clean place to use. and also added privacy with it. Renovation's really done a wonderful job with our bathrooms here at Missouri Hall. Here we can take a look at some of the new Missouri Hall windows. We put a lot of money into replacing all of the windows at Missouri Hall, but that's money that's going to pay off in the long term. The old windows were very drafty. In the winter months, there'd be a cold breeze blowing through the room almost constantly. We'd have to cover them in plastic just to keep the room comfortable. But with the new windows, should cut down on the draft considerably. We're looking at vinyl-clad windows with a dual-pane system, much better locking mechanisms. It's going to retain the cool during the hot months and also retain the warmth during the colder months. Really should make the rooms very comfortable. We're up on the roof of Missouri Hall just to point out a couple things. You saw the in-room units that actually do most of the heating and cooling for the building. But for heating and cooling the hallways and some of the larger public spaces on the first and second floor, we've employed a series of new air conditioners and cooling towers located all around the building. These are just some that are located up on the north roof. There are also some on the back roof and also parts of the front. While we're up here on the roof, it's a great opportunity to see the wonderful view of campus that you really can from those high floors here in Missouri Hall. Well, that about does it for our tour today. We're going to keep working on it with about a month to go. We should be ready to open up on time. Of course, for more information, feel free to visit our website, missouri.truman.edu. For everyone here at Missouri Hall, I'm Zac Burden. See you next time.